What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. This is the Tachyon Rift Breakout, and these came out on October 16th. This gameplay is on Xbox One X, and I am playing with XHBK, who you can find on the Twitch machine. We're playing with two of his buds, Slushmaster and Jarib, and this is actually kind of a unique Tachyon Rift. Because it didn't work. So basically the way it's supposed to work is you have a certain amount of time where you'll basically die if you don't go through the rift portals or do takedowns. So it's very frantic, very chaotic, very hectic. The problem, or in our case, amazing thing about this one time that we did it, is it did not prompt us for any of those portals. Now, I should probably have shown you how it's supposed to work before I show you this kind of glitched version, but the big thing about Tachyon Rifts is that it's the only way that you can get cosmic gear. And in this rift, I actually do get my second piece of cosmic gear for Thor, who I do have at power 150. We're all rocking our level 50 power 150 characters because obviously the cosmic gear is doing the best damage right now. And now that we've set that all up,
we're dropping you at the heart of the storm. Things might get a little weird. Reliving your past, kind of weird. Just stay focused on completing the mission. This is the only way we can get accurate data on the storms.
So I wanted to let her set it up a little bit because, you know, there is this storm. You can tell there's a little bit of difference because this is like the Our Town section. And Our Town generally is going to be during the day. And you can see all the rifts in the sky, the storm and everything. But what you don't see is you don't see my health decreasing. And you can see that the Tachyon stuff is supposed to be hitting me, but there's nothing happening. There's no countdown. We don't know what we did that prompted this. We tried to recreate it, but we couldn't. And I'm just going to fly to the point because at some point, actually, it does look like it is doing damage to me. But when I fly straight to the checkpoint, it's going to pull everyone closer to us. And the longer you're not, in combat, you do actually lose health, as you can see, because the rifts are hitting me. So that part's happening properly. But when we get into here, it'll actually pull everybody else forward. So it's just really not that big of a deal to fight people along the way. You do want to probably go through the rifts, because once you get here, it's supposed to pull us forward, but I'm like, I'm going to go for the chest. So yeah, it did pull us forward. But there's supposed to be a countdown, and there's supposed to be all these little rifts that you go through, but it's not actually prompting it for us. And here comes an epic boss battle with generic soldier number 374582. And because I'm a great teammate, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this guy like just long enough so that I can go get my chest. Ha! But yeah. So yeah, this whole rift basically didn't seem to go the way it was supposed to. I do have cosmic gear on right now. I think my Van Braces are cosmic. But let me tell you, when you're doing this the way it's supposed to be done, it's very stressful because you have to keep focused on doing takedowns, and you have to keep focused on going through the rifts as they appear. And in some of the areas, it's a little harder to actually see them. And a lot of these enemies have shields when it's kind of going the right way. But we got lucky, and this was not going the right way. So this is the next part of this in particular mission. Now I know it's reusing a lot of the same assets that it's been used on other missions. It is what it is, but at least they built the city so that you can go into different areas and do different things. Playing with a really good squad definitely helps in this game. It's definitely a different game when I play with these guys because they're all really good. XHBK is definitely One of the best people I've played with, for sure. I've learned a lot playing with him personally. So I definitely think, you know, it definitely changes the experience. I know that matchmaking hasn't been the best, but again, we did Tachyon Rifts the night they came out, probably for like 2 or 3 hours, and this might not be the right one to highlight if you're trying to learn about them, but it is definitely the right one to highlight if I want to brag about how we didn't have to, we really didn't have to do much. Like, we just had to basically fight like a normal mission, and we ended up getting everything we wanted out of it. One thing is very important about this. You actually have to get, in order to get a legendary item, you need all 5 stars. It is actually important. In other missions, it's not necessarily important, I don't think. It's not necessarily going to determine your gear, because I've gotten 100% on missions and still gotten blue gear. But with the Tachyon Rifts, it does seem to affect how things go. So you need to make sure all your teammates stay up. You are going to constantly take damage over time. So definitely watch out for those heals. And obviously watch out for, you know, the time.
Where to?
Records show a secure lab at the end of this hallway.
Like, these things we kind of ignored when we were doing it like the normal way, quotation fingers, because it just wasn't worth it. See, it looks like he's supposed to have shield, but he doesn't. So we feel like we feel pretty strong. I don't know what prompted this. Again, I wish we could have duplicated it. I know it takes some of the challenge out of the Tachyon Rifts, and I'm not usually into, like, this is, cheesing it is absolutely 100% the way I like to go, you know, whenever possible. I popped that not because I really needed to, but because I needed to. I basically, I wanted to get my health back. I didn't want to be the one that caused us to get purple gear instead of yellow. So, I hate it when it does that, where it's like actually depressed, but it doesn't really show. So. Also, we somehow managed, you can see that the health is decreasing, but we somehow managed to have 3 or 4 characters that I don't think we're able to get the chest upstairs. Maybe that was a different match. No, I guess maybe we did. I don't remember. I've played these matches so many times that they all kind of blur together. Look at that. Nice gold chest plate. I do believe you actually get your powers back a little bit faster in this game mode. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Oh, I think I got like a new nameplate. I wasn't paying attention.
You sure this is the right place? I've nearly
But yeah, we're hurting.
They're hiding something. Stand by and see to the AIM forces.
Oh, they'll get seen to.
Please work fast, Jarvis. As fast as my processor allows.
See, this should be so much harder. And I'm not complaining, but this, I don't want people to have the expectation that this is the way it's supposed to be. It shows their shield, but they like go down so fast. And maybe that's because we all have cosmic gear at this point. I'm not sure. But we just wreck these guys. And it's on challenge 2,
It seems
which,
AIM intends to
you know,
physically remove some kind of research samples from their experiment.
it's whatever.
An automated transport ship is preparing for takeoff.
Whatever's on that transport, I want it captured. Get to it before it leaves.
I feel like if you just smack the console before you use it, you get more XP. But I probably just made that up. This is my second favorite skin for Thor. Warcry is my first, which I know it's weird because Warcry is one of the more basic ones that you get. I wish his hair was a little bit better in this one, but I do love this one. If we could get new skins based on some of the comics, I would love it if we got the Donny Cates, the current Donny Cates Thor skin. So here, obviously, it's pretty straightforward. This can get a little chaotic when the enemies are like as they're supposed to be. But we just kind of protect our zones. And after you do that, you've completed your Tachyon Rift. Now, what's normally a little crazier is because this looks like just a normal mission at this point, but there's usually those rifts that you have to keep flying through. So sometimes, especially if you have a 4-man group, if you go down to that launch pad, you just basically run in circles over there. We got guys that are just like standing around. This was the dream. The easiest Tachyon Rift of all time. Some high-level Thor gameplay for you. I missed. I whiffed. Oof. That one right there, the crashing star, I really, really wish it was actually a crashing star. Like, it seems to sometimes just go straight forward, and I wish it would actually like go down. Like sometimes I sail right over the enemies, no matter how well I line up the shot, it just like corrects itself and goes forward. I didn't even see. I don't think I did that much damage, or maybe I did. I don't know. Looked like 140,000, but maybe it was more. I don't know. And just like that, the quest is over. We get some cosmic gear. This is a quick hit mission, and we kind of messed around a little bit. We probably could have done it a little bit faster. But this is the best Tachyon Rift I've ever done because look at that. Got ourselves some more cosmic. Or there is a cosmic affix on that anyway. But as you can see, we got the 100% mission score. And as we look at my new Vambrace, boom, cosmic damage. So anyway, obviously at some point I'll record an actual Tachyon Rift the way that it's supposed to be. Definitely want to thank XHBK and his crew for constantly carrying me through some difficult content. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to start leveling up my new gear. I run out of resources. But I'll be having this legendary cosmic damage items up and running here soon. So, we'll see ya.